Sketch, we are no longer friends. I feel so conflicted. On the one hand, I get to use QB again, and on the other, I have to sit through this garbage for a third freaking time. Fourth, if you count the editing I'll have to do whenever I choose to put this out. Context time. Azelf101, the weebly cinnamon roll of the CC, who's yet to be involved in any headache-inducing trauma, did a commentary on a YouTuber named Nitro Red who did a response video to some guy named Jimmy's video on Yokai Watch. I liked both Rad's video and Ozzy's video, which shows just how unbiased I can be when it comes to commentaries if both sides are entertaining and present good arguments. Then along came a dude named, and I'm pretty sure I'm butchering the name here due to me being a monotone American, Marcus Yamato, who did a response commentary on Ozzy. Our little dweeby weeb did a response to that, and Sketch2B sent me Marcus's second response to Ozzy 2 months ago, and the end of this story is me and throwing him face first by the ears into a briar patch. Is it too late to go back to talking about brony trauma? That was way more fun than this will be. It is? Damn it!
Dragon Wing!
Alright, fair enough. Though I have another question. Is this the only picture of Venok that you have? And yes, I said Venok. That's the name he got in the West, and I'm sticking with all the English names as far as I'm concerned. But back on topic, Marcus, you do know that you can add in more pictures of Venok, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but a quick Google search provides me with tons of pictures, and heck, I even made an avatar set for him. And I'm not sure about you, but I don't think it's really visually entertaining to stare at the same single image of Venok for about 30 minutes. Now, is this a nitpick? At the end of the day, yes, but I feel like it would still help to put in a bit more effort to engage your audience. That and maybe find some way to get a background, but details. Point is, add in more pics. It's boring just to stare at a single picture. Also, since that's the case, and I kinda don't want to bore my viewers, I got Keyblade Master to re-edit the video with the exception of a few bits I'll come up later. Basically, adding in more pictures, getting a background, some music to listen to, and a few effects here and there. Got it? Good. On to the response at hand.
You know what? You're right. This is getting kinda old and boring to look at. I need to change into something better, something powerful, something superior. I got just the idea. Cue the music!
I want the 3 minutes and 10 seconds of my life back. So you played that entire part just to build up you changing your avatar, which I can only assume was a picture of Mega Man that you drew yourself. It would have been better if you just addressed Ozzy's point and changed at the start of the video, rather than make your viewers sit through the entire scene. Might as well get this out of the way now. For anyone who watched the original video, Marcus's response is plagued with needless padding. That is the entire reason his video is 46 minutes long, whereas Ozzy's original video on Nitro was 14 minutes long. It doesn't help that this guy has to respond to every insignificant thing Ozzy says, by the way.
Dragon Wing!
Okay, Marcus, what's the point of this? You just let the first minute and 45 seconds of my video play, and you didn't think that it maybe kinda dragged out for a bit? You could have either skipped to the parts that actually mattered, or at the very least, speed it up so that we aren't just watching my commentary on Nitro with you randomly coming in.
Well then my apologies. But it's still important, right?
What? That's it? You're just gonna say you played out our entire intro because it was important, and not say why? This is especially annoying because you gave exposition at the start of your video. We don't need to linger on things we already know. My God, you're gonna make me start counting gag for how often you pad out this video, aren't you?
I've been considering doing this video for a while now, and I just haven't because, well, look at how many people like me. And now look at how many people like my boy Jimmy here. Even if I managed to put together a killer argument, popularity is still on his side. A lot on his side. But I've decided to make the video anyway because I like Yokai Watch, and I feel someone has to stand up and defend it.
While I do agree that I think someone does need to call out Jimmy on some things, even though you stay in your bias towards football kind of bias yourself, but then again trying to show me a response that isn't biased, you don't need to worry about sub count. In fact, you'll usually be fine as long as you make a good argument. See, we're being usually. Sometimes you usually get my commentary on Blaze. We don't talk about my commentary on Blaze. Ever.
Yeah, Nitro, Azel's right. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, you can still be successful and prove to the world that Yokai Watch is awesome. I mean, look how many subscribers I have. Does that stop me from voicing my opinions? Or make me think I'm not successful enough to prove to the world why Yokai Watch is awesome? Fuck no!
And you decide to butt in just to repeat my point. Wow, you're pointless.
But it's technically only one time, right?
Yeah, if you call one time about half the time Marcus pops up in the video. Seriously though, Marcus, I get if you agree with me, that's fine. But don't just keep repeating what I say to my target about half the time in your video. All it does is add filler that no one cares about.
But I was helping giving out some encouragement.
Cool. Doesn't it bug what Ozzy said about you contributing nothing to the video at that point?
Dragon Wheel!
And like with any Pokemon ripoff, there's gotta be an awful theme song that explains the entire premise of the franchise or just says its name over and over.
Okay, Jimmy, I'll give you that much. The American version of the theme song, it sucks. It really sucks. But clearly, you have not heard Garo Garo Po, because that song, that's some catchy shit. And it does accompany the majority of the American airings of the TV show, so you're half right with this one.
Okay, but how does that debunk Jimmy's point that the Swami March theme is still utter trash to him? I mean, you even agree with him, so why bring up Gara Gara Po in the anime when they have nothing to do with the fact that the song that is in the English release of the game is bad?
Okay, at first, I did think the American theme song was bad, but it did kind of grow on me, especially with the remixes and the sequels. And if you like the Japanese song, then that means you appreciate Japan. And I like that. But overall, I think all the songs are great.
Okay, I get that. Now question, what does this have to do with the discussion at hand? All this really does is add info that doesn't counter my point that Nitro didn't counter Jimmy's point about the theme found the English release of the game to be bad. But rather it's just you stating your opinion about the song, which no one would really care about in a discussion like this. At all. Marcus, dude, focus on what we're saying and try adding in something that actually would matter. Otherwise you're just wasted space.
I'm not wasted space! Yeah, Nitro, Azel's right. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, you can still be successful and prove to the world that Yokai Watch is awesome. I mean, look how many subscribers I have. Does that stop me from voicing my opinions, or make me think I'm not successful enough to prove to the world why Yokai Watch is awesome?
Irrelevant.
Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is to not judge a song based on its first mix. Or heck, by its first listen. Look, the soundtrack is great, just don't judge it, okay?
Tell me how she was judging the show's soundtrack. I must have missed it because that useless clip of a children's song about a train distracted me. Also, no, people are free to have whatever opinion about anything.
Dragon Wheel!
No, but in all seriousness, there is something that NitroRad truly shines upon, and that's the yokai. They are not made up like Pokemon and Digimon. They are actually real. They existed for hundreds of years in Japan.
Okay, I'm just gonna get to this part from the original response to Azelf, mainly because he doubles down his yokai are as real as humans argument when Ozzy counters it. Marcus, you realize the yokai in these games are based on the yokai from myths and legends long ago, right? They don't really represent the creatures they're based on. I mean, I've yet to hear Japanese lore about a magenta humanoid with gun barrels on its hands that floats around and makes people fall in love. And don't get me started on the American yokai.
Hobgoblins, hobgoblins, what do you do with those hobgoblins?
Yokai are real. They are just as real as us humans.
Yeah, maybe back in times like the Edo period they were considered real. But that's because, like a lot of myths and legends, they were either used to explain things that seemingly had no explanation, or to frighten children into good behavior, or were just the embodiment of a silly idea. I'm not gonna deny that some people in Japan probably still do believe in yokai and tell legends about them, but you're forgetting one simple fact, Marcus. The premise of the Yokai Watch franchise is that yokai are invisible to modern day humans. And it's still unexplained how Nate could even see Whisper before he got the Yokai Watch. Yokai get away with causing mischief for humans because they can't be seen. Not without a specific tool, not unless they wish to be seen, or unless someone has a high level of spiritual awareness like the monks you talk to at the Fusion Shrines. There's also the fact that yokai in this franchise can evolve similar to Pokemon and Digimon. The closest thing in old Japanese legends is a previously ordinary human, object, or animal suddenly becoming a supernatural creature either through unexplained means or because of specific karma.
They are real even in today. You know what, Gaijin, could you explain this?
The design of the yokai are both charming and accurate.
No, frick you, and frick your media clip.
You take that back about Gaijin!
Take what back? The fact that you used a Gaijin Gumba clip to make your point for you? You don't even debunk her point. Just go, that's what she said. Which literally makes no sense here and just makes you look like a smug brat.
Dragon Wheel!
Hey Azelf, I have a question. Have you ever even read the Yokai Watch manga? Or watched the Yokai Watch movies? Because they do a good job explaining about the human-yokai relationship.
It's such a shame that all three original videos had absolutely nothing to do with the anime or manga. and we're talking about the game!
But I hate you! You never visit me!
Now, here's a funny story about this. I was going to do a commentary on Jimmy's video, and when I got to this point, I pointed out how Kiwi and Ren were differently designed, from the number of tails to even how the cover scene was used on the two differently, basically making the same mistake as Nitro. I think this is because Jimmy's acting, as stated before, kinda makes the joke fall flat, as it can convey a more serious tone, thus leading to people assuming he was serious when he wasn't. But looking back on it, the joke is an obvious poke at how the two share the same color scheme. Heck, you even pointed this out, Nitro, so... Not saying I don't understand why you came to this conclusion since I came to it myself before, but I should just be careful on these parts next time.
Honestly, I don't care. Blame history.
For one, Nitro's mistake or your pointlessness.
Yeah, this was just filler.
At least you admit you had nothing of substance there. Now if only you'd cut out all of the pointless fluff in this video, maybe I wouldn't have such a seething hatred towards you for wasting everyone's time.
Dragon Wheel!
Agree. Wonderful. Also, I can make the argument that the minigames are required in some way. For one, a tutorial for them is at the start of the game and can basically be seen as a preview to how you get some of the yokai, since you play a very similar minigame when finding yokai in the real world. And heck, you have to in order to get some of the rare yokai out there like Robonyan. You also have to play the minigame if you want to get certain items, considering you can trade in bugs and fish for points at jungle hunters, which you can then use to get really good items to help you. Oh, and if there is a possibility that Jimmy is a completionist, keyword being if, then that can possibly include completing every request you get in the game, including one where you have to fish for a rare fish for a guy near the fish store.
I love the bass reference. I can see you like Rockman just like me, and that's cool. I think I found my role.
Please, for the love of Lord Emma, never flirt with me again.
Calm down, I wasn't trying to flirt with you. I'm just amazed that I found another girl that actually likes Mega Man, considering the fact that this series is targeted towards a male audience.
As someone who does play Mega Man and is a female, that's sexist.
I'm skipping because he gets distracted and goes on to talk about Mega Man, due to a skip between Ozzy and the guy she got to play Eggman. The sad part is, this won't be the last time he does this.
Dragon Wheel!
Okay, so now I'm confused as to what you meant with this interjection, but I have at least two guesses. The first, and most unlikely, is that you're trying to say what Jimmy said wasn't a joke, which, no. It's in fact very similar to the previous QB joke where it's poking at how similar the designs of the Pokeballs and the capsules are, even adding in the little not really, but really for good measure. Albeit again, Jimmy's dead and somewhat condescending tone is ruining it for me at least. You not seeing that is concerning to say the least. Now for the second guess, this is just another joke, which in that case your tone isn't helping you either. Considering how close it is to when you normally talk, it's very hard to tell when you're joking to the point Jimmy is better than you. The only thing that could give it away is when you start a sentence with "in all seriousness," or in this case, the voice distortion. And that's not even good enough, as you distort your voice to a point I can barely make out what you're saying, therefore ruining the joke. So either you have a poor point or a poor joke. Pick your poison. They both send you to the infinite inferno.
Infinite what now?
Yokai hell.
Well, I was going more for a threatening joke and then a Game Grumps reference.
No.
Dragon Wheel!
Hate Pokemon. People that like Pokemon get so wrapped up in their ego and they think that they're the superior ones. Pokemon is older, so that means we are better than you. No, that is not true. Just because something is older doesn't mean that they're superior.
Okay, I don't know what's worse. The fact that you think Jimmy is saying he's superior because Yokai Watch is ripping off a Pokemon when he's not, or the fact that you hate a game series, no, a franchise, because of a fan base when the fans don't really affect any elements of the games.
Oh yeah? Look at this! This is the entire playlist of the Japanese Yokai Watch episodes from the anime. Now, what's wrong with this picture? It's the fact that almost all the episodes aren't subbed. A total of 192 episodes and 2 movies completely unsubbed. And you want to know who caused this problem? Pokemon! Fucking Pokemon! They are the real threat, and they piss me off! Pokemon is preventing Yokai Watch from advancing! Now why am I telling you this? Because Yokai Watch deserves to be watched and understood on an international level. That's what Hino wanted. He wanted to share Yokai Watch to the world, and you fuckers ignored his love! Okay, I get it. Pokemon is popular, but what about Yokai Watch? Give Yokai Watch a chance to shine. But no, they'd rather be like,
we hate the light. Destroy Yokai. Destroy them all.
And that really hurts my feelings to see something so charming and lovable get rejected by petty selfishness. I know Yokai Watch has potential, but the rest of the world, except Japan, doesn't believe it. So I'm going to continue being cynical to Pokemon, just as the rest of the world thinks Yokai Watch is just dumb and crappy.
I, honest to God, have no words to express how much of an immature, bratty man-baby you're being right now, Marcus. Really? You're gonna justify your hate boner for Pokemon because over 100 episodes of the Yokai Watch anime have yet to be dubbed? You do know you can watch the sub if you can find it online, right? This behavior just makes me like a petty fuckhead who wants everything his way, or he's going to throw a temper tantrum. What makes this worse is I have yet to see many YouTubers talk exclusively about Yokai Watch. And if you were the first someone came across, well, you are a terrible representative of the fandom. Careful now, you don't want the RPG manga to mention you in a video now, do you?
Dragon Wheel!
And Street Fighter may be Capcom's fighting mascot, but that's nothing compared to Rockman, because he tells a story about the humans and robots getting along. What does Street Fighter do? Nothing. Just fighting and porn.
Okay, well, this example is stupid. First off, Street Fighter and Mega Man are both different genres of video games, i.e. one is a 2D fighting game series, while the other is a 2D action platformer.
Yes, but both of them are popular Capcom IPs. But Rockman's better.
You make me envy people who've yet to be made aware of your existence by using that clip, and that's how upset you've made me. Just thought you should know. I'm skipping the rest because it's just you sucking off the Mega Man franchise and relying on Gaijin Gooba to make your point for you. Again!
Dragon Wheel!
Oh, Pokemon may be older, but that doesn't mean that Yokai Watch is not superior. Yokai Watch is better in the fact that they are realistic.
Yes, because I totally remember what I magically gotta watch that allowed me to see ghosts, and use them to make people do all kinds of weird things before traveling through what is basically hell to seal a powerful being. Yep, cause that's realistic. And that's just if I wanted to be in the time frame of Jimmy's review when it came to the American releases. If you want to go to our time, Marquez, then tell me, when the heck did you have to travel back in time 60 years to help your grandfather beat a tribe of malevolent yokai from taking over the world? Or if you want to be where Japan is, how about moving into a new country only for wanting to be attacked by zombies before having to deal with aliens? Yeah, okay. Remind me how Yokai Watch was realistic again? Oh, but I meant it had realistic settings like what Gaijin explains after my statement. Pokemon doesn't have that. Really? So you're ignoring how the settings of New Nova are based off of New York? What with locations like Cassadell City, Sky Arrow Bridge, and the battle subways? Or how about Cagos in France with locations like Louisville City, Parfum, Patlands, and Shabanoa Castle? Heck, even older regions like Kanto and Johto are based off of the Kanto region and the Kansai region of Japan respectively, right down to the location of the two regions. You ignoring the times when Pokemon does this honestly makes you look just as bad as Jimmy, if not worse, which is really surprising considering how biased Jimmy was. Marcus, get your subjectivity out of our face. I'm sure it's illegal to do that in like 30 states at least.
Just 30?
Yeah, surprisingly it's allowed in California.
I didn't mean realistic as in, oh yes, I can actually do that, because somehow it's logically possible. I mean that it relates to the real world.
Considering you said yokai are just as real as you and me, I'm really not inclined to believe you.
You know what, maybe realistic isn't the right term. Maybe I should just try relatable.
Oh? Are you going to talk about Nate Adams? Well, this might be a good
example of this would be Thomas and Friends.
No, so much no.
Congrats! You just got a Bruni to cringe.
Dragon Wheel!
Hey, you be nice to Gaijin Gooba!
Maybe she'd be nice if you didn't keep using him to make your points for you. Seriously, have you ever gone one video without relying on a Gaijin Goomba clip?
Dragon Wheel!
Because the only thing they do is kill and murder. And no one wants to admit that because they got a stupid big fat fucking ego of theirs! Fuck you!
But yeah, how does Pokemon not have relatable characters, seeing as I can easily point to Lily, Hugh, and Lolly as examples of this not being the case?
Yeah, sure, got that, yeah.
What? How? How's that debunk anything? Also, what was that you were saying about egos? Dismissing counter-arguments simply because it's something you don't agree with, are we? Yeah, fuck you and fuck your self-righteous non-arguments.
Dragon Wheel!
This is what you're missing out, people!
Come on!
What's wrong with you?
They like a game series over another because of personal taste.
No, it's because they hate their own life.
And your video makes me contemplate suicide.
And they just want to escape to that fucking world.
Now do me a favor and get off the Ponyta's back. You're gonna crush the poor thing.
No, ponies are evil.
Well, fuck you too.
Dragon Wheel!
Anyway, Pokemon can't do a unique battle system? Okay, how about the Pokemon Ranger series, where rather than fighting Pokemon in a traditional battle system, you catch Pokemon using a capture styler, which is controlled by the stylus by circling around the Pokemon you encounter. Or Mystery Dungeon, which, while yes, is turn-based, is more roguelike in comparison to the main series. Or Conquest, a game that has a system similar to that of the Fire Emblem series. Saying that Pokemon as a whole hasn't done a different battle system when there is several evidence to the contrary makes you look like as if you don't know what you're talking about and overall the biggest bias towards Yokai Watch I have ever seen. And that's not in a good way, mind you.
I'm talking about the main game, not the spin-off series!
I had every reason not to believe that. I think you just interjected here because you disproved your point about Pokemon doing nothing more than the one-turn rule type of battle. In 8 years, since I can't stand to sit through more of his willful ignorance. And that's basically what his video boils down to. Willful ignorance. Holy crap. I have commentated on Mad Plushie, Metal Blade 5, Minecrafter, Sci-Fin, and Seriously Isaac, and none of them have irritated me as much as this video. Well, maybe Plushie, but then again, his special talent is pissing people off. Marcus, there is so much wrong here. I don't know how to begin, or how to form it into a coherent sentence. First off, you are in every way, shape, and form a fanboy. You praise the things you like to high heaven and shit on the things you don't like, and the people who disagree with you. You use any excuse you can get to justify your behavior, including whatever trivia you have about the Yokai Watch franchise. You also have this, I know better than you attitude that's really unpleasant. You came off extremely egotistical, either dismissing her points, or just assing off while she debunked your points from the previous video. There are other things here like the needless padding and the needless media clips, but I'm sure other people will get to those things when they put out their video on you. Overall, I found your video to be an extremely unpleasant chore to sit through. Respond to this if you want, but considering this comment you left on Hito's fan video on you, it feels like the only person you want to respond to you is Ozzy herself. Anyways, this is Night saying thanks for listening, share your thoughts with me, and I need to cover a video that doesn't make me want to kill myself.